Okay, so the dumbbell RDL, or the dumbbell Romanian deadlift, is a great exercise for training our hamstrings in what we call the lengthened position, which basically means we're stretching them out as far as they will go. And all we need is a pair of dumbbells. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stand shoulder width apart. Once we're in this position, we're going to reach down and we're going to deadlift our dumbbells to the top. So nice and carefully, deadlift to the top. Once we're in this position, we're just going to bring the dumbbells round so they're sat along the front of our legs or on the front of our thighs. So from here, feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to brace our core. Now, an RDL is something called a hip hinge movement, which basically means we're hinging from the hips. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to push the hips back as far as we can, whilst maintaining a neutral spine. Our core is going to be nice and tight, and we're going to stretch the hamstrings out as far as we can. So from here, core nice and tight. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push my hips back. Whilst that happens, those dumbbells are going to slide along the front of my legs until I get as far as I can and back up. So I'm keeping those dumbbells nice and close to the legs the whole time, touching them in fact, and then all the way back to the top. Notice the first thing that happens from the top here is hips back. I'm not squatting. The first thing that I do is push those hips back, come down until my hamstrings won't stretch any further, and then back to the top. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stretch down as far as I can. I'm going to push my hips back as far as possible, and when I get to this position here now, my hamstrings won't go any further. They're fully stretched out. However, if I was to allow my back to collapse, then I would go further. But there's no need to come down to here, okay? I want you to go down as far as you need to, stretching the hamstrings. So push the hips back, stretch, 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 get to about your limit, and then back to the top.